Broadcasting live from Edinburgh, Texas, where Private Pedro Cano received the Distinguished Service Cross for his courage, bravery, and display of heroic acts in his recent confrontations against enemy forces. Cano, who was born in Mexico in 1920 and moved to Texas when he was 2 years old, was described as pint-sized, little, or slightly built. Fortunately for Cano, size wasn't a prerequisite for bravery. His citation for the Distinguished Service Cross recounts 2 days of fighting where his daring actions, without thought of his own safety, permitted the advance of his company. Today, the United States Army grants him his award. Now, Admiral Joseph J. Clark speaks to us.
In this morning of April 26, 1946, we, the United States Army, are proud to present Private Pedro Cano with the Distinguished Service Cross, awarded by General Jonathan Mayhew Wainwright IV, Commander of the Allied Forces in the Philippines.
Good afternoon, everybody. Please be seated. On behalf of Admiral Clark and myself, welcome to the Hidalgo County Courthouse. Thank you, Joseph, for that beautiful invocation. Today is particularly special. We are especially honored to be joined by Private Cano's family and friends and the Edinburgh community. Cano, an infantryman in the 4th Division Company that was advancing near Schevenhut, Germany in December 1944 when he came under intense gunfire. On several occasions, Cano risked his life by advancing at one point, crawling through a mined area, and at another crossing the front to assist a nearby company under heavy fire to draw close enough to attack enemy emplacements. Over the 2-day period, Cano destroyed 7 machine gun emplacements using his bazooka and hand grenades and killed an estimated 30 Germans. After the first 2 days, an officer told Cano he would recommend him for the Silver Star. But his exploits became more notable several days later when Cano's platoon was ambushed by Germans. Cano, who was wounded in the exchange, laid in the ground until the Germans closed in and tossed out 2 grenades that killed several and scattered the rest. With significant injuries that left him permanently disabled, Cano was sent to a veterans hospital in Waco, where he stayed until his release in the spring of 1946. He returned to the small house here in Edinburgh where his wife and daughter lived, preferring to leave his war experiences in Europe. Then he got the medal in the mail and put it up in his closet. But today, we reward this Distinguished Service Cross to honor our hero and friend, Private Pedro Cano.
Thank you, General Admiral. Thank you for this opportunity to serve my community.
And those are the words of General Wainwright. And now to my colleague, Jennifer Villasquez, as she will ask Pedro Cano of his experience.
Thank you, Rose. By all accounts, Cano didn't want any media attention. Frequently described as quiet and modest, Cano preferred citizenship and a loan to buy 30 to 40 acres for his personal farm. Tell us, Mr. Cano, what convinced you to receive the Service Cross in the mail rather than over ceremony instead of mail?
I didn't want the ceremony at all. But when I sent a letter that accompanied the medal to the Red Cross Secretary for Translation, she recognized its importance. Mm-hmm. She made a copy of the letter, which she took to the newspaper, where some veterans decided to take it to the American Legion.
How do you feel now that you received the Service Cross?
I feel very honored, but honestly, what I desire the most right now is to possess an American citizenship.
Thank you, Pedro Cano, and thank you, Ms. Cano, for granting us this interview.
Gracias.
The newspaper and the American Legion sent telegrams to the state's U.S. senators and to the Valley's U.S. representatives to report what they termed a slap in the face to Mexican citizens, arguing that official military ceremony would be crucial to maintain good relations between border cities on both sides. The telegram requested a formal presentation of the medal to Cano and suggested that his actions might have merited the Medal of Honor. The telegram sparked a series of correspondence between the newspaper and the Valley's congressional leaders, which they decided that Wainwright or another high-ranking military official would need to make the presentation because of the apparent mistreatment of Mexican citizens. In the span of a telegram, Cano, who actually told the War Department that he wanted the medal to be mailed instead of given a ceremony, was thrust into a story of national attention and accumulated when General Wainwright agreed to present the medal to him. Thank you to the United States Armed Forces and Private Cano. Thank you and good night. Keep it classy.